Article 19, Clause 1, Subclause A guarantees freedom of speech and expression to everyone in this country. So it is a constitutional guarantee. By virtue of this constitutional guarantee, the state cannot prohibit or restrict criticism. Anyone is free to criticize. So criticism is a part and parcel of the constitutional guarantee, it can be said. But the criticism must be based on facts, it must be constructive criticism. So criticism, though it is a constitutional right which can take shelter under Article 19, Clause 1, Subclause A, but when it comes to destructive criticism, so when a person wants to make criticism, it has to be a constructive criticism which will help in developing the democratic rights. The democracy, it must consolidate, it must develop the democratic rights. It must be progressive. So the criticism, whatever said, should ultimately end or result in progressive democracy. But we often see the criticism so made is destructive, especially people holding political positions, the substantial political positions, being the leaders of political parties, being the head of religious sects, and being popular personalities, including the film stars and other leaders, indulge in destructive criticism. So this destructive criticism many times is dangerous to the society. So when a leader, be it political or religious, makes a statement not based on the facts, and that ends up in ripping up the emotions of a particular section of people, group of people, and they ultimately indulge in violence, indulge in riots, that is again causing the destruction of public property, private property, taking away the lives of people, innocent people, and resulting in lot of pain and suffering and in disabilities in the clashes. So then whom do you hold responsible? Whether this Article 19 Clause 1 subsection A, will it bail them out? It will not bail them out, because the freedom of speech and expression must be progressive. It must be constructive. It must be based on the facts. So when it is destructive in nature, when it is deliberately made so as to provoke a group of people to indulge in violence, to indulge in riots, and that is disturbing the society, and there is a loss of property and lives, and it is creating hatred amongst the religious groups, the political groups. In such situations, IPC section 153 can be invoked to book such persons who indulge in making destructive statements, taking shelter under Article 19, Clause 1, subsection A. They indulge in making provocative statements. So, see this, whatever the right, constitutional right accorded in Article 19, Clause 1, Subclause A, is subject to considerations, restrictions, reasonable restrictions. So just because there is a constitutional right of freedom of speech and expression, these leaders be it political or otherwise, cannot indulge in making destructive statements so as to provoke a group of people and create hatred in a democratic society and divide the people on religious or casteist or phonetic linguistic grounds. So this can be booked, they can be punished, they can be booked under section 153 of IPC, 153, 153A of IPC. But who has to file a case against them? Whether is it the people or somebody should give a complaint to the police? Only then the police will be in executive will be in a position to take up such matters of very high social relevance, because such statements which provoke group of people and there is continuous violence which is actually happening in our country, all across the country. Such provocative statements are continuously made by the religious heads, and as soon as the group of people, religious people belonging to a particular religion, they come out and indulge in violence. There are many instances where the leaders or the pontiffs of a religious community, they give statements, immediately it is followed by, immediately or within a short span of time, it is followed by violence, riots, causing serious loss to the national property, public property and to the private property, hampering the lives of lifestyles of the people in the society. So in such situations, the executive themselves can sumoto book a case on these people who are indulging in such provocative statements. Whether such statements are made in a public platform or inside a religious place, whether through electronic media or print media, irrespective of that, the executive, that is the police, can book a sumoto case against them under section 153 of IPC. They can be punished in case such statements, such provocative statements that are made is followed by riot or violence. Then the punishment can be 12 months and fine or both. And in case a provocative statement, a speech is made, but that is not followed by a riot or a violence, let us say it has not resulted in a mob violence or a riot, even then the executive can book such people who have made provocative statements with an intent to create clashes under the same section 153, and for such offences where it is not resulted with a riot, then the punishment will be of 6 months and fine or both. But such actions by the executive is very rare. The leaders escape under the shelter of Article 19, Clause 1, Subclause A, under the freedom of speech and expression. But that is, we must understand the constitutional right comes with restrictions. So whenever there is, the peace is disturbed, whenever there is harmony is broken in the society, intentionally by these people, so-called the leaders or the religious heads or the popular film personalities or intellectuals, when they deliberately indulge in hate speech, when they indulge in accusing a group of people with falsification, that is with false information, half information, without any proof, which is far from facts, and when such statements are so made out of imagination, so that falls under deliberate attempt to provoke a group. So such things can be booked under IPC 153. This should happen. In fact, the executive, if at all, if the executive is responsible enough to maintain, because it is the duty of the police, that is the executive, to maintain peace in the society, law and order in the society. So therefore, it is the duty of the executive to book cases under section 153, 153A and take them into custody. So until such things happen, until the executive responsibly discharge their duties accordance with the law, such socially irresponsible political and religious elements will continue to misuse the Article 19, Clause 1, Subclause A in order to gain selfish, motivated political and religious mileage for their personal use, political use. So this must stop. If this must stop, then the executive must swing into action by enforcing Article 153 whenever necessary. So until these people take sumoto cognizance of such offences and book the people who are indulging in wantonly, deliberately creating such disharmony in the society, such things will continue to happen, because the law, until unless it is implemented, it is actioned. So until unless there is a result of the law remains in the book. So this should stop. The police, the executive must take the available law into consideration, and they are also duty bound. See, the police is duty bound to maintain peace, law and order in the society. So it is their failure. People continue to make such statements. There is continuous disturbance in the society. So this needs to be looked into by the lawmakers, by the legislative, by the judiciary, by the executive. See